Hey everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So today I'm here to talk about our good friend, the Pixel 6, or also the Pixel 6 Pro if you'd like, much to the chagrin of probably several people out there. But this is actually an important video, and it's data-driven, based off my own personal research, because the wonderful people in my community who respond to all my polls all the time, over 2,600 people participated in this poll in less than the last week. I wanted to know how much of an impact the software and bug issues that the Pixel 6 and 6 Pro experienced and the delays caused on people having the phones. Did they keep it? Are they upset with it? Did they return it? Did they return it because they didn't like it? Whatever. So the biggest one that I want to factor in on here is, one, how many people actually had problems, and two, how many people returned them, because that's the big thing, right? How big of an impact did people have with the phone, and how did they react with their wallet? Because a lot of people were excited about the phone, but then, well, the updates and the software problems happened. So here's the poll. So I asked the question, how many people kept their Pixel 6 or 6 Pro versus returned it? And I gave 5 options here. I kept it, no issues, that was 39%. I got rid of it, wasn't for me, 8%. I kept it, but it has some issues, 18%, and then I got rid of it because of issues, 13%. So those right there, and then the last one was other people could comment below. And a lot of the stuff that people commented, a lot of people were like, I had no problems, you people are smoking rocks. And then other people were like, I've had 3 phones, I'm on my 4th one, it still has issues. So there's a smattering of different issues and different comments in there, but the big ones I want to focus in on are this one. I got rid of it because of issues, 13%. Now, a lot of people have thought, okay, this phone, what are you talking about? It doesn't have issues. This is real numbers from real people who bought the phone. 13% of 2,600 is about 338. So this isn't onesies, twosies, threesies. We're talking 13% of the overall people. But then also 8% of people returned it because it wasn't for me. That's 22% of people who bought the phone returned it. 8 people, for whatever reason, they didn't like it, they didn't care for it, it wasn't for them. But the big one, I returned it because it had issues, 13%. But here's the other number, we'll add this together. 18% of people kept it, but had some issues. So if you add those two numbers together, that is 31%. 31% of 2,600 people reported having problems with the phone, and then 13% of them returned it directly because of the problems. That's a pretty significant number. I'm going to do some math here. So 31% of 2,600, we're looking at 806 people. So 806 people had problems, and 336 of them returned it directly because of the problems, and then another 8% returned it just because of gee whiz, whatever. That's pretty significant. When you're looking at a third of the phones that went out into production that people bought, basically if you take this and you do the stratification and blow it out to, however many people bought it, but 2,600 people, 31%, I think that's pretty significant. And then with over 300 people returning that, that's no small number of phones. Now, of course, I don't have this data on an iPhone or an S21 or whatever. Maybe this is something I should start doing because I don't know what the actual turnaround return rate is. But if this one right here, that's why I directly asked what percentage of people did this, because I wanted to know hard numbers. 330 something people is pretty significant on a pool of 2,600. If I said, okay, 2,600 people bought the phone out of this poll and like 48 returned it. Okay, that's a pretty small margin, right? That's not a lot of people. Even some people could say that's still a lot, because if you magnify that out by a million, so let's say 1 million people. I mean, I don't think 1 million people bought them, but let's say 1 million people times 0.12. If 1 million people bought it and this held true on a sample size of 1 million, that's 120,000 people would have returned them because it had issues. That's 12%. So when you look at it in the larger picture, that can be a significant impact. And I didn't even ask the question, how many people are mad that the phone had so many issues and took so long to get addressed? So I wanted to make this video so I could put some spotlight on this, because there are a lot of people out there that believe, well, a lot of people are blowing this out of proportion, it's not real, my phone is fine, therefore you don't have issues, because of course that's how the world works, right? The phone did have issues, and a lot of us love it despite that. A lot of people have said, I had a lot of problems, I was going to take it back, but they finally got it updated in January, so now I'm happy. Or some people have said, hey, the January update didn't fix it. There's still a minority of those people as well. So the phone is not perfect, but when we look at what it is capable of, when we look at the experience that it brings, we look at most people's sentiment, most people seem to like the phone. And that, I think, is a very positive indicator. The design, there were people that were hating on the design before it came out. I think by and large, most people are okay with it. I like the way that it looks. And I think a lot of other people do too. I think I did a poll on that previously as well. I know I've done a lot of polls on the Pixel 6, but the things I wanted to focus on here are the impact that this had. There's real impacts whenever companies put out products that aren't ready, and then they can't address those issues in a timely manner, to the tune of over 300 people out of 2,600 took their phone back. And 31% of people reported having issues. So that's pretty significant. This is not like, oh, 5 people in Taiwan had a problem and 6 people in Arizona had a problem. 30%, if you looked at, if 1 million people bought phones and 31% held up, that's 310,000 people if you extrapolate that out to the larger numbers. So this was a serious problem. There are still people that don't have a fully functional having issue phone. Hopefully that gets addressed as Google addresses these and fixes these issues. But I wanted to highlight this and put some perspective on it because it's not a small issue. It's not a myopic problem that only affected a couple of number of people. I think that 13% return rate, because specifically of issues, and then another 8%, we're looking at 21% of people that bought the phone returned it. That's a lot. And then 31% of people having problems. So what do you think? Is your phone holding up well? Are you happy with it? Did you take it back because it had problems? Did you keep it even though it did have problems? Because that's also a significant number that I've got here. These are no small number to begin with. But when you look at it individually in different categories where bought it but didn't have issues, I think that was about 36%. Let me look here real quick, just because I have my calculator up. Yeah, so bought it and had no issues, only 39%. There's a significant number of people that had problems, and there were significant problems, I think, because, well, quite a lot of people took it back. Anyway, what do you think? Sound off in the comment section. We'll discuss this, and we can have some conversation about it. Hopefully yours is working now. Hopefully the January update fixed it. Hopefully there are more updates when the February update comes out as well. So that's all I've got in this video. If you have any questions or comments, please head down to the comments section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.